You want healthy, glowing skin, but with all the products, trends, and conflicting advice, it's hard to know what actually works. I understand. I am Dr. Tina Meder, a former cardiologist and specialist in the skincare development and cosmetic safety expert. I've spent years studying the science of skin. Welcome to Meder Beauty podcast, where we uncover what really matters, break down the science, and give you real expert-backed skincare advice. Whether you're looking to achieve radiant, healthy skin, curious about anti-aging, or want to understand what's really in your product, you are in the right place. Rooted in science and the truth about what your skin actually needs, we'll have in-depth conversations with leading dermatologists, medical experts, and skincare brand founders to bring you the latest innovations, evidence-based insights, and industry secrets that truly make a difference. We are so happy you are here. So let's go. Hello, Sarah. Thank you so much for coming. Always a pleasure to have you, how they say it, in our studio. It's not a studio, it's our office in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
And it's not just an office. Have you seen this place?
Yeah, it's luxurious. So come to visit us for the training. But today we reunited to speak about such a difficult but very popular topic about the skin reaction to different changes, like change of location, change of climate. So how our skin adapt and what we feel and how we can help our skin to adapt properly.
Truly, which, by the way, welcome back to Fort Lauderdale in the office.
Thank you so much.
How many days have you been back in South Florida?
Actually, I am back for, today is the third day.
Okay.
And this time I'm coming back for my native northern country from Estonia. And I can share with you, speaking in the terminology of American temperature, they've been already about 30 Fahrenheit.
Wow.
At night time.
Gosh. And
in
how is
Tallinn.
your skin feeling?
And this year, actually, we have early northern lights already.
Wow.
And here I am in Florida, and we have, it's 75, 78, like always.
Maybe 78, the lowest.
Yeah, tropical paradise. So it's really, I'm experiencing this change, and every time I hope that my skin will keep up.
Yes. And it does? You seem to, I mean, I would imagine coming from like a cold and dry climate, it's a pleasure to be around such heat, humidity, and warmth. Whereas for me, if I were to go back to Estonia, my skin would probably say, hello.
Actually, it is an interesting topic, and it's a great point to start because a lot of people, they imagine that this skin is not able to adapt to such changes because it sounds like there are two different planets.
Yeah.
Mars and Venus, Earth and Moon, whatever. Moon is not a planet. Sorry, don't think I am illiterate. But the healthy skin is very adaptive.
Yes.
It's able to adapt to the changes. The question is how healthy your skin is. That's why I'm so concentrated on the skin health and not on the beautification. Honestly, I don't care about shape of my cheeks or even about the volume of my lips. Not so much.
Sure.
But I care very much about the barrier function of my skin, about the energy of my skin. And for me, it's always, every time when I travel, for me, it is always some kind of independent test. So I am very curious how my skin will adapt to these changes, because if it's not adapting well, I know then I am on some wrong pathway.
Sure.
Most of the time, obviously, there are signs of stress or fatigue. And so my skin personally starts to react a little bit less happily to my travels.
Sure.
Most of the time at the end of the spring, in the summer, when I am really tired of the whole seasons of travel, because our high seasons of conferences and trade show, as you know, as well as me, is autumn, but it is quite short because it's October and November. In December, no one does trade show, education, conferences. Everyone is just preparing for Christmas. But the spring season is long.
Yeah.
We start in February.
Yes.
And we finished this year. We finished in July, and you've been in LA in August, so it's never stopped.
Never. No.
For me, it stopped in July, but we've been in Vegas.
Yes.
Oh my God, such changes.
And so when you mention, when you feel or see these certain changes that indicate to you like, okay, something here is up. What are those changes? Is it redness? Is it tightness in like your skin? What do you notice?
It's a great question because it's what we should educate our clients.
Yes.
The first sign of this disadaptation, it is discomfort.
Yeah.
Because when you feel good in your skin, when you are comfortable, the sign of comfort, you don't think about your skin. So you just wake up and you feel good. You don't feel this urgent need to apply something on your skin. Same at the evening time. You don't feel tightened. You don't feel because for people with an oily skin, it is a very special feeling when you feel like your skin is oily. It's physical.
Yes.
And when you start to feel the things, they are first signs of adaptation. Other thing to pay attention for is how do you look in the morning? Because I always tell this joke at the conferences and in the webinars and seminars. In your 20s, you party all night and you don't look great in the morning. In your 50s, you don't look great in the morning, but you slept all night. So I am in my 50s, and when I see that I don't look great in the morning despite I've been sleeping all night, that's a second sign.
Okay.
Black circles under your eyes and uneven skin tone and this very specific puffiness. Obviously, our circadian helps a lot, but you can see the difference.
Absolutely.
And it's still not very dramatic, but there are points when you should start to pay attention. And if you don't pay attention, and if you don't change your skincare, you don't do anything about it, the next point, you will see redness, probably flaking, inflammation. If your skin has a tendency to the dryness, no surprise, you will be drier. If your skin has a tendency to the oiliness, you will develop stress-related acne and travel-related acne. It is the same. So that can be a lot of problems, but it's always better to prevent them before traveling. And that people react to travels very differently. How do you react?
You know, as I'm listening to you, I'm like, this is great. I always knew I had healthy skin, but I can absolutely say when I've traveled, I haven't experienced much. It's my clients who, when I'm looking at their skin, I'm like, girl, what's going on here? Like, why are you so dry or why are you so congested? Tell me a little bit about the last few weeks. And it always relates back to travel. And they're not just traveling for leisure, of course, it's for work. So then you add that's a factor of stress. But for myself, maybe the only mild changes that I experience is the feeling of the sun. I've traveled to the Caribbean recently. I've traveled to Vegas.
Good for you.
So, I know, it sounds luxurious. But the sun exposure and the difference in the UV index, I can say that is the biggest difference in my skin that I felt, thankfully. And actually, my skin seems to get better and it improves when I go to different climates. Like when I'm not in such a humid space, I'm oily by nature. So when I go somewhere much drier, my skin seems to feel more balanced. Then I can say when I moved to South Florida, it took a minute. I experienced a lot more inflammation, oiliness, and things that I didn't
it takes time to build up
prior. So yeah, I definitely would say I'm blessed in that way to have healthy skin thanks to Meder. But previous years, I absolutely noticed an increase in inflammation. That was my big thing.
And I remember when we traveled to Vegas, everyone felt this incredible dryness of the skin because the air is so dry and the sun is so intense despite we didn't spend too much of time outdoors. Just impossible July in Vegas. But still we've been exposed to this climate and it takes time for our skin to adapt.
Would you agree that healthy skin is responsive then? Like
yeah, absolutely.
In my time of feeling the sun in Vegas, I thought to myself like, oh, wow, I feel the sun so much stronger than maybe in Miami where I have more humidity, I guess, around me. So that was my indicator that, hey, like my skin isn't per se unhealthy, but it is very communicative in what I'm feeling.
Because I think then when your skin is healthy in the same time, you have another communication
Yes.
with your skin.
Yes.
Because you're just conscious about how your skin should feel.
Yeah.
And every type of even smallest discomfort,
Yes.
it feels abnormal.
Yes.
Because when you're constantly discomfortable, when you're constantly, your skin is sensitive or irritated or tightened or inflamed, you're used to these feelings. So when it become a little bit more irritated, you feel it, but it's not such a big change.
Okay.
So with a healthy skin, it's two sides of this health.
It sounds like it.
On first side, you feel great, but on another side, you feel immediately that something is wrong.
Yes, exactly.
You can feel it immediately.
Exactly. That makes sense. Here you saying is healthy skin is able to adapt, but on this other end, we're speaking of like if someone is going to make a change that's long term, like they are changing a climate for the better. You lived in South Florida for about a year at one point, right?
Yeah.
Did you have to make changes for your skin based on living here for a year, or it just adapted and you continue to do the same thing?
Actually, I changed pretty much my skincare routine.
Wow.
Comparing with my European skincare routine, because previously I've been living 10 years, I've been living in London.
Yeah.
The humidity is about the same,
Okay.
but the ultraviolet is absolutely different because in South Florida, oh my God, that's cosmic radiation here. It's like you are out in space.
What do you mean? I thought you were on another island just up there in Europe.
And just in the UK, the ultraviolet is so much less intense.
Sure.
You cannot compare it. And so, first of all, obviously, I changed my sunscreen because I believe then you should have more than one sunscreen to the best protection in your life. So I always recommended to have 3 sunscreens for different days of your life. So one sunscreen, it's I call it Monday, Friday.
Yeah.
Like 9 to 5 sunscreen. Because yes, we travel to work, we are coming back. During the working days, you stay indoors. But still, in the morning, at the evening time, you need some skin protection. But in London, I've been using the foundation. But I understood very quickly that in Florida, even 5 minutes of my fair skin exposure to the Florida sun can just kill it.
Absolutely.
You feel it immediately. So I just changed and I started to use 50 plus sunscreen, even for the short period of time when I'm going out. Also, another of my sunscreens, that's weekend sunscreen. And also in London, in Europe, I'm using some, not 30 plus, but 50, fair enough sunscreen, comfortable. But in Florida, once again, 50 plus, waterproof. So I'm literally using my 3rd type of sunscreen, which in Europe, I keep it for holidays only.
Wow.
When I'm swimming a lot and I spend a lot of time outdoors, I feel like in Florida, it's my everyday sunscreen.
Yes. Every day is water resistant.
Yeah, absolutely. Every day you should be water resistant because it's so hot.
Yes.
And so humid and everything is leaking on your face.
Literally, yeah.
And also another thing that I changed, paradoxically, I thought then in such a humid and tropical climate, I will not need creams and moisturizers.
Like, I know where she's going with that. Yep.
Yeah, actually you need more.
You do?
I think that it's because, not because of the climate itself, it's because of AC, air condition.
Absolutely. And the changes that you're you're outside, it's so hot, and then you go into a place it's blasting, it's so cold, you're just,
Yeah, and it's constant change. It's like, actually, it's very much similar to what we are experiencing in Estonia in the beginning of the winter. But our AC is outdoors, so it's cold. And when you are coming back indoors, it's very warm. And so you are changing it all the time. And so pretty much the same, but I actually intensify moisturization of the skin, so how I adapt it. And also I am using masks more often. So in London, I've been using masks once a week. Sunday morning, I am doing my yoga with my favorite Meder mask, deep oval, putting all around the ears.
Love that.
And
love that you can wear it while doing your yoga.
Yeah, because it gives you freedom.
Yes.
The thing about masks, and people buy them to feel guilty about it.
Just to put it on a shelf and never have the time to use it. Because when am I going to lay down for 20 minutes, Sarah?
Exactly. And I think our dear listeners, probably you can relate, because every time you open this small shelf in the bathroom, you see this box of masks and you're, oh my God, I should do it.
Yes.
Next week, promise. And you never do it. So I changed the shape.
Okay.
So I just redesigned masks. And now when you fix it around the ears, no guilt.
Yeah.
And it's so easy. You put it, you forget about it.
Absolutely.
So I'm doing my yoga.
Okay.
But in Florida, I started to use masks twice a week.
Excellent.
And I added hydrophil mask alternating with arm lift mask because I am in my 50s.
Sure.
I have right. It really works better for the skin. But I loved it so much. And when I came back to Europe, I've been like, oh, now I will use masks twice a week, all the time. And it was too much.
You're kidding.
I feel it like too much.
Interesting. As you talk, I'm like, is that also to do with how much pollution and free radicals that you're exposed to, say, in a place like, I mean, not necessarily London, you're going to be exposed to a similar environment, but let's say in Riga.
Yeah. Actually, London, fun fact about London is technically the forest. Not a lot of people know about it because London is one of the megapolises. It's one of the biggest cities on the planet and it's noisy, it's as busy as you can imagine. Okay. But at the same time, technically, if some space has more of 20% of the place covered by trees, it's called the forest.
Very
and in London, 23% of the place covered by trees. It's a very green city.
Okay.
And actually the air in London, it's clean.
Wow.
It's one of the cleanest air in the continental Europe.
Okay.
And because trees, they work so great, so we're really blessed there to have this low intensity of the ultraviolet, and the climate is really mild. So you have an impression that it's everyone, like every day, like about 15 Celsius, and it's clean.
Okay.
It's easier to care about your skin in such a place.
Right.
But for example, in Riga or Tallinn, the air is still very clean because in Northern Europe and in Scandinavia, the situation is much better. But at the same time, the temperature is more extreme. Okay. So you are exposed to these changes of temperature. And also it is well known for these dramatic changes during a day. So it can be huge difference. I suppose at Florida it happens too. If we're speaking in Fahrenheit, it will be, 70 and 40 during one day.
That reminds me a lot of like my time in Texas.
Yeah, it's really similar.
More consistent with like maybe there's 2 weeks of that nonsense where it's, it was 40s, but we're back to our 70s. But in Texas,
it's continental.
So wake up and there's a cold front that is all of a sudden passed by, and yesterday was 80 degrees and now it's 50. That reminds me a lot of my time that I spent growing up going on medical missions to Zambia. Same thing. You go to sleep, it is stone cold, but then
really? In Zambia it's like this?
Oh my gosh, it's freezing when you're going to sleep and in the morning, but by the afternoon you're taking every single layer off and you're sweating. So to think of resilience in our skin to have to adapt to these changes, you just add these additional factors of like pollution, air quality.
Yeah, there are a lot of factors, and also it is a lifestyle. And you can help your skin adapt better.
Yeah.
And actually you can help your body to adapt better because it's not only about the skin. The skin is only organ of our body which we can see because it's only one visual organ. Sometimes I think, oh my God, we're so happy we cannot see kidneys because there have been a lot of people coming with their kidneys. Do you think that my left kidney is not plumpy enough? Probably we should use some filler. Thanks God, kidneys and liver and all other organs are well hidden inside, but the skin is exposed. But you should understand in everything what your skin feels. Your other organs feel too. So it's not only the skin adapt to the climate change and to your travel. Your lungs are adapting too because your lungs are exposed to the same air.
Right.
Ultraviolet affects the lung as well because they are free radicals which interacts with your body. Same for all other organs and systems. So you should think about it. before traveling. Actually, I think that most of the people, they travel for work, especially people who travel regularly.
Yeah.
Because I know that a lot of people that think that each travel, it's such fun.
Yeah.
Especially when I traveled, when I've been head of international training, I've been traveling all the time. And some of my friends, they've been like, oh my God, like you, how was Kuala Lumpur? So it's very different. And actually, when you travel for holidays, you should not be so stressed about the adaptation because holidays is the time to relax.
Absolutely.
So from this equation, you can take off stress.
Yes.
So you feel happier, you have more of endorphins, you very probably you sleep better.
Honestly.
You eat something nice.
Oh, I went for vacation. My skin was great. It's because it helps the time to adapt and to relax and not be filled with cortisol.
Once again, you reduce your cortisol level. Your skin will look great.
Yes.
That's a secret.
That's the point of the podcast, is to go on vacations and your skin will look great.
Exactly. Let's all go for vacation. I think even if your skin is sensitive, it's still not so risky to go for vacation to some exotic places. But it will be clever to prepare your skin.
Absolutely.
Before going to vacation, even before going to vacation. So you should think about it, and based on the experience and based on our professional knowledge, what we can recommend to people. If you're traveling to tropical climate, like Florida,
check that UV index.
Check UV index, buy fresh, new 50 plus sunscreen.
Absolutely. Know the activities that you're going to participate in. Know where you're going, because certain parts of the world will not allow you to use chemical sunscreens, for instance.
Yeah, because it can damage trees, so you should be aware of it.
Yeah.
And please, don't use sunscreen from your last holidays.
No.
No. I can't explain how important it is and how many of allergic reaction during the year with the same story behind, because I still got this sunscreen from my last holiday 1 year ago. And what happens with it? I wasn't allergic to my sunscreen, and now you are, because it's oxidized, it's perished. So buy the new sunscreen, and also before traveling to the tropical climate, be prepared for you need to intensify moisturization. So take some masks with you, take some lightweight moisturizer.
Great tip for people who are going on vacations, temporary trips. What I keep thinking about are clients who come to me and have they recently moved and they're experiencing these skin concerns that they have no idea where they've come from. But again, there are factors they may not have considered. I'm thinking of San Antonio. I lived in San Antonio for a short period of time, and my dishes would have this white ring around them from what we call hard. But the water, from the minerals, from factors that you don't consider and immediately panic. You're like, my skin, my hair, it's so dry, what's going on? And
that's a residue of the calcium ions.
Yes. So if you just slow down for a second to consider, there are several factors that can contribute to what you're seeing, and don't immediately go to switching your products. Don't immediately just run to a dermatologist and ask for a steroid. Slow down and consider newness.
In the places like this, when you see that the water will be really different, and actually it's a smart move to check it out before you travel, just to see how hard the water is. A lot of information on the internet about it. And if the water is much harder than you used to, or much softer, because if the water is hard in your place, like for example in London, it's impossible. Your kettle you should clean up twice a week, because there are a lot of this residue in the kettle. And soft water, you can react to the soft water as well, because you are adapted to this hardness. And my advice is always to buy thermal water. Preferably with a high amount of magnesium, which is well known to be anti-inflammatory and calming mineral. And try to avoid to wash your face with tap water. Try to wash your face with bottled water, and just spray thermal water around your face and the body if you want. So it will really help to readapt to different mineral concentration.
That's a great
in the water. Also, if you travel to the north for holidays, if you choose, probably sunscreen will be less useful.
Yeah.
Especially if you will travel to Scandinavian country during the winter. Believe me, there's no ultraviolet in our places. During the Scandinavian night, we are not risking to be sunburned.
No.
Never seen people who've been sunburned in Sweden during the winter. Doesn't happen. But moisturization should be, once again, intense, but also you will feel like you need this nutritious element in your skincare. So some oil-based emulsion, oil-based, nice, silky, soft creams, and also maybe oil-based active products like our Vitalong oil.
Makes sense. Absolutely.
Yeah, it will be so great for your skin because your lipids, when they are exposed suddenly, when they are exposed to the cold, the lipids change their viscosity, the texture, and your lipid mantle suddenly can become much less efficient in a few hours. And when you add a little bit of oils, it's once again, it just dissolves your lipids and restores the viscosity of your lipid mantles. So you're not really deficient. You are not deficient quantitatively. You are deficient qualitatively.
That makes a lot of sense. So there is a point where, again, healthy skin will communicate and you're just allowing them to know this is what you'll feel and this is how you can proactively address, I don't want to say concern, but this adaptive condition your skin may experience.
Also for holidays, the circadian regulation is much more important than when you change your location for a longer period of time. Because circadianly, we are all under our circadian clocks. Change of time zones can be painful. So when you're traveling, it's always a good idea. First of all, try to sleep enough, at least a couple of nights before traveling to another time zone. Because I know a lot of people who think that you should deprive yourself of the sleep.
So that you will find sleep and you'll be more exhausted, essentially.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. One sleepless night takes from the skin a lot of energy.
Wow.
And even your skin microbiome is changed after one sleepless night. And in your 20, it will take about 72 hours. 72 hours, 3 days. And you're probably traveling for one. Right.
Wow. Hence the discomfort.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if in your 40s, it can take 1 week. If you are in your beautiful 60s, it can take 2 weeks and more. So one thing you need to do is to sleep well before traveling. But when you are coming to the new time zone, try to switch to the local time. Make an effort. It is very important. Try to go to the bed on the normal time.
This makes sense.
Try to stay awake if you're coming to the east. So it's really, especially for the first day or first couple of days, that takes an effort. But it's really worth it.
It makes sense. If we're saying from the beginning that your skin, if it's healthy, is adaptive, it can do these things. However, we all know we're our best selves when we've had a good night's rest and we've given ourselves what we need. In order to show up and be resilient, we need to consider these factors. Have the right water, have the right hydration, get the right rest.
And actually, the healthy skin, it is impossible to imagine the healthy skin in people who suffer from insomnia, unfortunately. Because circadian regulation is so important. Even the best skincare in the world cannot create this perfect health of the skin when your body is exposed to the lack of sleep.
Absolutely.
It's very dangerous. The lack of sleep is one of the most dangerous. It is a torture, officially. So you should try to sleep. And if you don't sleep well, the best idea is to get a medical help about the sleep. Don't think about what kind of makeup you can buy.
Well, and going back to your point about consuming water with magnesium, I feel like it was you who told me if I have enough water with magnesium before bed, I'm likely to sleep better. Was that you?
Did this work? Yeah.
I'm sleeping better ever since.
Thank you, Easy.
Yes. Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Is there anything else that you can think of? We've had a conversation once. This is me maybe going too far off, but acne. If a person who has acne is traveling, say, to a part of the world where acne maybe isn't as prevalent, I wonder if based on what they're experiencing in that climate, in that environment, in the food that they're eating, could they expect a positive or negative change on their skin?
It can happen both ways. And once again, the good health hygiene, it helps to continue this treatment despite travels. And I think everyone know empirically that acne is doing well on holidays. Once again,
Man, I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, because acne is cortisol related skin condition as well. It's stress related skin condition. But if you're traveling for work, very probably acne can react badly. So you should be prepared. And I always advise to consider to take some additional prebiotics and probiotics.
Great.
Help to add some prebiotic-based moisturizer in your skincare routine additionally to everything you have. Take double stock of masks. Your favorite mask for the oily skin. My favorite, it's Medar Eusep, obviously.
Absolutely.
But anything which helps you. And also, it would be great to think about the food because when you travel, the food is different. But still, you should remember about the main rules of the anti-acne diet. Western food, diet is bad for acne. What is the Western diet? First of all, excess of sugar. So avoid sweet things while traveling, especially when you travel for work, when you change the location. Try to avoid sweet in the first week, at least. It can be difficult because when you feel stressed, when you feel tired, you want this chocolate.
Yes, absolutely.
But still, try to avoid it. Try to minimize this intake of sugar. Another thing, it's red meat. Unfortunately, because red meat contains the amino acid called leucine, which can act as a pro-inflammatory amino acid. So best to find other proteins. The best proteins, seafood, fish, plant-based proteins, maybe some chicken or turkey, something like this. Just avoid the red meat. And the cow milk-based product, dairy product. Also, same amino acid, leucine. It just creates, it can really trigger the hormonal disbalance in your skin, change the hormonal sensitivity, so your acne can worsen. But if you follow this diet, go Mediterranean. It's possible now when you're traveling around the world, you still can find vegetables, salad, olive oil, some nuts and seeds, a little bit of fruits, wine.
Believe it or not.
You believe it or not.
If you need something for that cortisol, avoid the sugar and go get a glass of wine.
Look at us. It's a great advice.
Because I think that obviously that client, really what's triggering the inflammation in their acne is the stress of the travel, is the stress of them exposing themselves to a different space and probably wondering, like, where do I go from here? What can I eat? What do I do? What am I safe to put on my face?
Okay, I'm a curious person and I have a long nose. So I just put my nose and
Thankfully, you've given us so much insight from that.
Yes, from my curiosity. I watched people on the flight.
Oh gosh.
Guilty. And sometimes I feel so desperate because people start to eat unhealthily on the flight immediately. Like living the best life. And asking how last time I traveled, it was a flight starting at 9:30 a.m. and people are ordering whiskey cola. Okay, you are on board, but still. And all this pretzels and
processed. I was surprised.
Everything is highly processed food. When you travel 10 hours, 12 hours, it affects your skin. And after everyone is coming to the new place and has a tendency to go for this processed food. And please don't go for this ultra-processed food. A lot of water, green tea, and good natural non-processed food can save your skin. Also, another tips, it's good sleep and the skincare. Adapted to the situation. So it can be really great. It can really help you to survive. Also now it's changing so quickly because climate change is a real thing, right? It became warmer everywhere.
Summers are longer. Spring is non-existent in a lot of places. We go from winter to summer. Absolutely, it's a real thing.
So our skin is really adapting because before people been speaking about, even scientists been speaking, then when you are exposed to these changes seasonally and when you are living in the same place for all your life, you're quite safe because your skin knows what to do.
Yeah.
Now your skin doesn't really know what to do. So when you change the location, for example, you are relocating to another part of the country or to another country, I think that first of all, if you have skin practitioner or beautician in your own place in the last couple of months before relocating, it's a great time to get some probably a little bit more intense treatment. And I don't mean beautifying treatment. Last 2 months before relocating, it's the worst time for injectables or laser or whatever. And I know a lot of people who are trying to do everything at once just because after I will not find anyone, what can I do? It's like try to cut your hair every day just because you don't know any hairstylist in the new place.
Right.
Doesn't make sense. So be careful.
Yeah.
Prepare your skin and try to find skin practitioner in the new place in advance. Ask advices, go to forums, go on. Yeah.
Great tip.
Just go to local social networks community, and when you come, probably on the second week, on the third week, just
Yes. And you say second and third week because you're obviously leaving a little something there unsaid, but it's allow your skin to show you and tell you how it's going to feel and how it's going to adapt to new location so that you can advocate for yourself when you are looking for a new practitioner. And it's not like I've been there. I've been the person that someone came to. I was like, I could tell you nothing. I can tell you I moved here from here and that's where I'm at. I'm like, so what did your skin feel like when you were there? What were you all working on? So that's great. That's a great tip.
That's very important, and that's exactly this, because in the first couple of weeks, your skin will readapt and it will show you real needs. And it is a great time to visit some practitioners, some professionals, to ask for help, to establish some program. Maybe you don't need a big thing, but maybe you do. Anyway, you should find a lot of things in the new places. New schools for children, new supermarket for shopping, whatever, new gym.
Exactly.
So just add skin practitioner to your list.
Truly. There's so much to look for when you're going to a new space and a new place. I think one of the last things that we think about is our skincare routine or skincare practitioner, but it'll be the first thing in the mirror when you're wanting to go into these new places and meet these new people. So it ought to be at the top of your priority list.
Yeah, it is very important. And anyway, you should do all this work. So it's just one point on the list, one line. You can do it.
There are many factors that we've discussed can actually impact your skin in a different location. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for this conversation. I hope it was helpful. But dear listeners, if you can share some stories with us, if you have some questions, if you need some advice, please let us know.
Would love to know.
We'd love to know.
What changes are you feeling? What are you experiencing?
It helps us to grow professionally, and it helps us to help you. So speak to us on our socials, leave us comments. We will be happy to help. Thank you for joining us today on the Matter Beauty podcast. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an expert skincare tip. Have a question or topic you'd like for me to cover? Send me a message at podcast@matterbeauty.com and let's keep the conversation going. Also, you can visit matterbeauty.com and discover Matter Skincare, which I created. And if you enjoyed the show, I'd love if you left a review. It helps others find the podcast and keeps us growing. Until next time, stay healthy, stay glowing, and take care of your skin.